What's up, guys? It's Amon, and today I want to talk about oxalates. So, guys, I'm 38 years young, and so I've been around since '86, since before the internet, since before smartphones, since before YouTube, since before social media, before all this stuff. I was around living a full life. Imagine that. Um, and so I've seen things come, go, and so on and so forth. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because um, we have like social media is used now to spread certain things, and algorithms feed certain things. So if you don't have the algorithms on your side, then whatever you're saying, if it might be true, it might be whatever, it might be the most helpful information in the world. But if you don't have the algorithms on your side, guess what? Nobody's going to hear it. You know what I mean? Very few people, if any, are going to hear it. So it doesn't matter how honest that is. It doesn't matter how good that is. Very few people are going to hear it. So we have certain narratives being pushed on social media by the social media websites. You know what I'm saying? So things like the carnivore diet, that thing blew up fast. I watched it happen. I was here before carnivore. You know what I'm saying? I was here before keto. Everybody used to call it Atkins. Back in the early 2000s, the Atkins diet was huge. A lot of people were doing it. They thought they were eating healthy. They were ordering burgers without buns. You know what I mean? And Dr. Atkins, by the way, died of a heart attack. By the way, just FYI, eating all of that cholesterol and saturated fat from animals. But that's a side note, right? And so the it was the Atkins diet, right? And then a little bit after that, it switched to the keto diet. But before that, it was called the Atkins diet. It was the same thing, but it was called the Atkins diet because Dr. Atkins is the person who pioneered that. And here's an interesting fact: the Atkins diet became so popular because it worked in a sense. People get on the Atkins diet and they start losing a bunch of weight. But guess what? A lot of that weight is because when you stop eating carbs, your body releases so much water. Even the water in your muscles, a lot of that gets released over time. So you lose so much fluid that you think is fat. Now, if you're in a caloric deficit when you're on that keto diet, Atkins diet, low carb, whatever you want to call it, then you'll lose body fat, which you actually want to lose. You don't actually want to lose weight, you want to lose body fat. So if you're in a deficit, just like on any diet, you're going to lose body fat over time. But if you're not in a deficit, you're not going to lose it, right? All the weight that you lose then will be weight that you don't want to lose. It'll be weight that you don't want to lose, weight that is not body fat. So um, so same thing with this oxalates thing. Okay, so oxalates, it's a new thing. Nobody was talking about oxalates a few years back. You know what I mean? 10 years ago, nobody was talking about oxalates. 8 years ago, nobody was talking about oxalates. 20 years ago, nobody was talking about it. And it's not because we've become so advanced. No, 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 no. What has happened is there's been a rise in plant-based diets, and there are a lot of people that have had so much success, who have healed so many things, that are following plant-based diets. And a lot of these people are in their 60s, 70s. You can find people in a lot of these people are in their 50s and 60s. You can find people in their 70s, 80s eating plant-based diets, even up to 100, over 100. There's a couple that are just absolutely thriving, disease free, never had a disease. We know science supports a plant based diet somewhat, right? When we look at the health outcomes and we look at different studies, we can see that a plant based diet, especially a whole food plant based diet, is very much backed by science to be something that is incredibly healthy for us. So we know that. But What about, I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm going, guys, I'm going left. I'm going left. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back. So, okay, all right, plant-based diet, we know is a healthy thing. We still have a lot of people on social media, these um uneducated people. They're educated through social media and YouTube videos. The irony is this is a YouTube video, but I never say anything that's not supported by science unless I say this is my opinion. This is my experience. And so that's what I do, right? So keep that in mind. But when it comes to oxalates, right? And we talk about oxalates and the negative health effects of oxalates, show me the studies of all of these people over all of these years that are negatively affected by oxalates, that are getting oxalate related diseases. And don't tell me, oh, goiter or kidney stones. People get those on heavily meat-based diets, people that aren't getting these other things. So it's you can't say that, right? There are no studies. There are no legitimate studies that say oxalates are dangerous. Now, if you have specific health issues, pre-existing very, very bad health issues, then it's possible that having too many oxalates can be a problem for you. If your kidneys are already jacked up, it could be a problem. Not that oxalates are hard on your kidneys. That's not the issue. The issue is other things, pre-existing conditions, right? So I'm making this video to tell you guys like the whole oxalate thing is BS. It's just not true. It's not true. It's completely fabricated. It's completely made up. The whole plants are trying to kill you. I swear, all of this, in my opinion, all of this is like literal disinformation. I think it's literal disinformation meant to discredit the truth. The truth that we are all meant to eat a plant-based diet, which is our natural diet. We do not have a natural instinct to kill animals. We only Our natural killing instinct comes in defense. It's a defense thing. That's our natural killer instinct. It's not a murderous type of a thing to go and like we don't see an animal and then salivate and want to go and tackle that animal like a carnivore. But we do see like juicy fruit and salivate over that. And some of y'all might say like, well, I don't salivate over that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But take a little kid and you know put a pig with that kid. You know what I'm saying? Put a pig with that kid and then give that kid, a piece of watermelon, right? And see what they put in their mouth. What will they naturally put in their mouth? Okay, regardless of what they've been eating, if they've been eating all meat or whatever, it doesn't matter because when they see that pig, that living pig, what are they going to do? They're going to befriend it. They're going to become friends with the pig because they see the life in the pig. They see the soul in the pig. They value the pig and they will love the pig very, 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 very quickly. And if anything happens to that pig, if that pig is murdered, it'll break their hearts. That's called a human being. We're all like that deep down. So, so that is our true nature is not, excuse me, is not to hurt other beings. That's not our true nature. The only time that it's justified for us to hurt beings that it is our natural instinct and inclination is if we're defending ourselves or someone else. If we're protecting, then it's natural. But other than that, we do not have the natural urges to do those sort of things. It's just that we grow up in it. We literally grow up in it and meat is forced into our mouths. Like it's given to us as soon as we're able to eat it. It's given to us. And so we never are consulted about it. We don't know. Like, I know a lot of people, once I made a video about being vegan and um, having your kids be vegan too. I have two children, by the way, um, that I raise, and I have raised them vegan. They made their own decisions separately from me to go vegan. I didn't force it down their throats. They had been eating meat up until that point, but they made their own decision. But what I did do was I showed them how that meat gets to their plate. That I showed them. If that's wrong, then you're a fool. You're a fool. Seeing how something gets to you is very important. We need to know where everything comes from. We need to know the people involved, the animals involved, the whole process. Because if we don't, guess what happens? Extortion, child labor, slave labor, people in sweatshops, people getting taken advantage of. Quality control is not good. We have to have our eyes on everything that gets to us because we're a part of the system. When we buy something, we're a part of that entire system. So we need to educate ourselves on everything to do with every system that we're a part of. Because if there's something bad in that system, we need to to step up and say something or stop supporting it altogether, right? Support someone that we do like the way that they do business and the way that they treat people and so on and so forth. So, so yeah, guys. So this video, you know, I started out wanting to talk about oxalates, but I kind of covered a few things because I feel like I had to give perspective because some of y'all, not all of you guys, but some of you guys are so ignorant. You're so ignorant. You believe some, like you've seen. Here's the thing about social media: when you look for something, you find it, and then they recommend other things to you just like it. So you hear this over and over and over, and then you confirm it, and then you come to somebody like me who's been in this nutrition stuff for a long time, damn near 40 and healthy as a horse. I don't know if a healthy horse. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything else. So and then you come to me and you say like, "You're vegan. That's not going to last," or "You're raw vegan. That's so unhealthy." And you sound like a fool because you have no clue what you're talking about. You have no. I'm eating the most natural diet that a human being can eat, and you're crazy behind literally thinks that it's unhealthy. You think it's like crazy and funny. And the funny thing is how brainwashed you are. You're a complete fool. You need to get some information. You need to open up. Stop looking for confirmation bias from the stuff that you see and look at the other side. Look at all these raw vegans that are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s that are healthy, that are super healthy, that have never had a disease. Look at those people. Look at the science. Look what science says about fruits and vegetables. Look what science says about a whole food plant-based diet. Look at the people who have been vegan since their birth, who are in their 30s, 40s, 50s, who have never had a health issue, who look amazing, perform amazing, feel amazing. You can find these people on social media. Look. Stop looking for only what you want to see. Before you comment on something else, on somebody with an opposing view, go look at the other side first. Educate yourself because I have. I've educated myself on the other side. I was educated on the other side before I went vegan. I went vegan at 30. What do you think I was doing before that? I've been a personal trainer since 2009. I've been bodybuilding since I was a teenager. I'm almost 40. So, don't come to me with stupid shit, guys. Like, just stop. Don't come to me with that. If you want to know something, ask. Ask. And if you think you know everything, make a channel. Make a YouTube channel. Help people out with the knowledge that you have. But my stuff is backed up from my number one, my experience. Number two, my clients. Number three, my results. Look at me. I'm almost 40. I look nothing like people who are about to be 40. Period. End of story. I'm getting better. And I'm not the only one. So if it was just me, you could say, okay, it's genetics, it's whatever. But it's not just me. It's so many people. So guys, if you see somebody on social media and they're spreading misinformation about the vegan diet, please say something. And for you guys that don't know, please educate yourself so that you can say something. When people say something stupid like oxalates are bad for you, When people say something stupid like raw vegan diet, is unhealthy. When people say stupid stuff, correct them with science. Don't even bring in emotion and all that. Just correct them with simple science. You know what I mean? So like when people say like stuff like meat is the most nutrient dense food on the planet, just correct them. Correct them. Go educate yourself with the actual most nutrient dense foods on the planet. I give you a hint, they're not meat. So anyway, that's it, guys. I turned into a little bit of a rant, but listen, guys, I offer one-on-one coaching. If you want to take your results to the next level, if you're tired of playing around, you're tired of going back and forth, taking one step forward and two steps backward, then work with me. Get with me. Set up a free call. I'll leave the link down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.